we taking the braids out. There are some things that y'all are doing wrong here. It's all of it, you see? You need to be detangling as you go. Woo! Babe, give yourself at least a day.
That's too hard.
You took your hair out. I might do 3 weeks of cornrows, low-key. It's time for the braids takedown. We're gonna do like a little detox wash on them. I've already started the takedown process. If you guys aren't already, make sure you're following me on TikTok because I got on live and started taking them down on there. If you're curious, if you have not been here for any of braid season so far, I put these braids in on April 24th. So I've had them in for a little over 7 weeks now. This is about the longest I'll go. I usually wear my braids for 6 weeks. One question I get a lot when I'm wearing braids is like, do I give my hair a rest period in between? And I usually do. So it's usually like about a week, but this time I want to give it like a break of about 2 weeks. And the reason why is because I want to go into another set of braids. And let me look at the calendar real quick to see if I can actually do. I might do 3 weeks of cornrows, low-key, because then I could do my braids over 4th of July weekend. But anyways, some tips I have for takedown, because a lot of y'all be blaming braids and saying braids took your hair out when they really didn't. You took your hair out because you was rushing and you was yanking and you was pulling and you pulled all your hair out in the process. First of all, the most important for any like takedown process, have the time to do it. Don't be trying to take your braids out the night before you have to go somewhere and you need to hurry up and take them out and do another style. Now I know life happens and sometimes like, you know, you can't plan or whatever and like something might come up unexpectedly. That's one thing. But if you had time to plan and you just had poor time management or whatever, don't force it. Give yourself at least a day. Now, if you have larger braids, you can pretty much like get away with like taking them out in like a few hours. But smaller braids is gonna take you some time. There are some things that y'all are doing wrong here. When you take out your braids, do not take out all of your braids and then detangle. You need to be detangling as you go. So after every braid that you take out, you need to stop, detangle that section of hair first, and then move on to the next braid. Because what's most important is that before you let any water touch your hair, all of that dead hair and fallout needs to be gone. Now, if you don't know what fallout is, because I feel like a lot of people miscategorize it as breakage and they're not the same. Everybody has fallout. People lose about 100 strands a day, I think it is. When your hair is up in braids, there's nowhere for it to go, so it stays in your braids. Then when it's time for you to take your braids out, you need to make sure you're actually getting all of that hair out, because if not, that's what's causing all the knots and tangles, and you trying to figure out like where is it coming from. It's because you didn't properly detangle and get rid of all that dead hair before you applied water to it, and now it's matting together and it's so tangled. It's not the braid's fault, it's your fault. This right here, you see this? I don't know if you can see. There's like a knot, a smooth knot right there. That's just like the start of my braid. If anything, like before you take a comb or a brush to it, gently finger detangle your hair, okay? Just gently with your finger. Especially if you have the knotless braids where they're not starting with braiding hair, they're starting with your hair and then they add in the braiding hair, which I do it a little bit. Gently detangle with your fingers first and then bring a tool in. And that's the other tip I'll give you. Be gentle. Not only do you need to take your time, but you need to be gentle with this. Don't be trying to rush it. Don't when you rush, that's when you're going to start being rough. Okay? So be gentle. And now you see, I've taken out the fallout, and you know how I know that this is fallout? Because I'm seeing all these little white bulbs on the ends of the hair. That's hair that would have naturally, I know you guys can't see that at all, but that's all hair that would have naturally come out of my head anyway. So I've done this whole section so far. It's taken me like 30, 45 minutes to get through this part. And this is all the fallout I have from this section of my hair, if you can see. That's all I have. Let's make it tighter. I can really see it. You see? So, ooh, and I tell you, all this stuff that is coming out on my glasses, babe. When people ask me like, why do I wash my hair during like when I'm wearing braids? That's why, because it's just so much dirt and buildup in these braids. You don't even know. And like just thinking like that, if I didn't wash my braids, this would be way, way dirtier. So I'm just gonna keep taking the braids out. I'll let you guys watch. I'm gonna find a TV show. Maybe that'll make it go faster. You're already pulling a little bit too hard, Wendy. Pull, be gentle now. You can go sit down.
You have to cut it because I don't know where your hair started, where it ends.
What, you trying to take it down from the hair?
Yeah, because I can't tell where your hair ends.
Okay, let's not start on this side. I still got the same head.
Anime, I cannot believe I'm combing your hair and I see a gray hair.
I have a lot of them and they white.
That is, it's pretty. That's two of them. Real silver and pretty.
You detangled it all the way?
I don't think I did. Hell, I don't see no knots. One, two.
Yeah, so
oh, okay. I see.
Pulling. I felt it.
You don't shut up. Oh, you're pulling. You sure enough couldn't go to the braider for somebody to braid your hair.
That's what I know. That's why I do it myself.
That's too hard.
You know what? I wish I still had that hot comb. I would have put it in a frame. I wish we still had it somewhere.
I would have hated. I used to hate that. And girl, it was burnt because she had burned it on the stove. Oh, I used to hate getting my hair done when it was a holiday.
And then you just carried it on. You ain't do nothing but carry it on.
At least I don't think I burnt your ears up, did I?
Yeah. Well, I don't think I'll be burning my child ears up.
Go on and burn them.
It's a rice of passage. Alright, you guys, I am all done. If the camera will focus, there we are. All done taking out the braids. Whew. So, for a minute, I thought I was cutting my hair when I was taking out my braids. I was like, why is it so blunt? But I forgot that when I went into braids, my hair was like freshly cut like 2 weeks prior. Woo, babe, thick with 3 C's. That's one thing I've never had an issue with, knock on wood, is like the thickness of my hair has always been there. Whether it's been short, whether it's been long, it's always been thick. This is my ball of fallout. You see all those little specks like that you're seeing there? That's like from like the braids like around the nape or like around the edges. It just always accumulates like lint and like extra stuff around those braids. But this is everything. It's all of it. You see? She's a healthy, dense, thick girl. Like you can't really see through her. Like it's all hair there, you see? This is not abnormal for me. This is my norm. Some people every year will say, girl, that's way too much hair. That might be too much hair for you, but this is normal for me. So when you think about my hair has been up in braids for 7 weeks, that's a lot of strands of hair. So like I would expect a lot of hair. Now if this was every wash day, I would be concerned, but it's not. It's only like this when I have had my braids in. And I also think it matters how long you've had your braids in. Like if I had this amount of shedding and I had only had braids in for 2 weeks, I would be concerned. I had my braids in for 7 weeks. I'm not worried about it at all. So we're done there. And I'll see you guys when we're ready to wash. And you guys do get to come to the shampoo bowl this time because I'm at home. We're in our regular space.